my prying gaze. I am helpful, and wherever my legs carry me. I'll cut you wide open. Blood! Blood! The Inheritor, guide my blade!
They're fighting each other? The bodies of the maze builders lie where they were caught by the earth elementals, enraged by the earthquake. The builders' tools lie scattered next to their bodies. Sophisticated key inscribed with unholy runes. This has a magical aura around it. You got 2 copies of that. So why were they fighting each other now? I guess they were feuding about something.
No, backwards. Do not fear. Do not waver.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood. You are today's sacrifice.
A large, aggressive creature was kept in this cage. Judging by the bent bars, the creature is now loose. So, those salamanders?
I hope you appreciate this.
Well, I need to check if those weapons out there are masterwork weapons. Yep, if they're masterwork, you need to grab them because you can sell them for a good amount of cash.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder? Go for their heart! Shred them! Into the fray! I'll cut you wide open!
we do this, we should probably check that other door. Okay, this one takes you upstairs and the other one takes you downstairs, so we'll check downstairs first.
You won't
Save the
survive.
last one for me. Burn! Slice! Behead! Forwards! No backwards, backwards! Trail me. What's in wait for me there?
Glory is nice to have, but you can't let it go to your head. When I was a street thief, I lived for pulling reckless stunts to see the other way. Street kids look at me afterwards. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. These are not voiced, huh? But I, your master Savamelech, can make you better, stronger, and can satisfy your hunger. Savelings of the dark, submit to me. No, we're the descendants of crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Oh. Well, who is the next descendants of crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Beast, monsters, and human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of the righteous Aasimar. Eat, underground crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusaders above. Find your true strength. You rush at the demon, but their air seems to grow thicker. The air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Aasimar's body. You hear their fangs staring through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die. And still, the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. I don't want to be a demon. Seize the light hidden within you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from simple realization you can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and, enveloping the mongrels, grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. Hollister points at you. She's already wounded. Wenduag, kill. Wenduag! Wenduag silently emerges from the shadow. I am no longer your slave, Hosilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Yet another
Make
obstacle.
a fine trophy.
Oh no.
The light take you. The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Endure this!
Almighty Sabalama, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
I'll carve my name into
Wow.
your flesh. Into the fray. May I see your entrails, please?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light, take you.
Oh, she's still alive.
Guide my blade.
You won't survive me. Endure this.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
So, you've been serving Sabalama this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neathers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage. But you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean that you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Posilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Sabalama tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lamb. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Oh. That is disgusting.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What did your service to Hasilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuddered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young meters easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Nipom. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gone has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Sava Malik is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
Inspect the wound on your chest. The bleeding, deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If she had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander, and judging by the smell of the blood pouring from her chest, the demons will be able to find her wherever she goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
The huntress permits herself an indolent, gloating smile. Her sharp fangs glint menacingly in the gloom. You won't betray anyone again.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
Aww.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, There's no point crying over spilled milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Chief Saul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored and his sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What shish? Anivia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out, all Hulrun isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Horgus's lips curls in distaste as he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch, Olivia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canabras? Olivia sighs. Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Canabras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks. Anivia, how's the leg? Anivia winces slightly, but forces a smile. Better than yesterday. Worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everyone is capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander and you, land, you saved them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. See, souls? Souls. But we, a tribe, we will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go up the surface. Not surface. Surface. The time has come. The place must be burned with holy flame. The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. Wenduad, she's been working for the demons all this time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze. He nods at the unconscious mongrels. We might still be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure. But they might be meaner than they were before. But I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way. Saul laughs, but it comes out as a rasp. Ah, Lan, we don't waste words on people who don't listen. Listen to the tribe. You act the fool. You suffer the consequences. Saul gives a ragged sigh. Wenduag, how could she? She deceived them and she left. What's become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone, and the trade has been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface. And I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Saul heaves a sigh. You never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things. Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me, but these beasts got down here somehow. Lance searches Hostilla's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Anivia's eyes quickly skim over the letter as she passes it to you. Son of my life, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly, without attracting any more attention than you already have. People are already talking about the strange disappearance of Canabras's most righteous men. Keep below ground, nurture your mongrel pets, and wait patiently. The call to battle will soon come, and it will sound loud and clear even down there in the catacombs. Gather your warriors immediately after that, bring them to the surface, and lead them to the Tower of Estrad. This tower will be my final dagger, and I shall plunge it into the guts of Canabras. Our vicious servant Faxon made the tower his base of operations several months ago, taking command over the Templar forces in Canabras, while the Grand Master was distracted by other matters. Faxon has already gathered a stash of weapons, potions, and other useful supplies, which he will gladly share with you if needed. If he behaves himself, you should combine your forces. If not, just take his stupid little head off his shoulders and take command yourself, Mistress Minago. Those cheeky son of a... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. So, these guys are not going up? They are going up too, right? Oh, that's trade. You got plenty of shit to sell there.
did you break another one of the straps on your armor? Here, let me show you another knot. It's just as good, but it won't fray so quickly.
Oh, thanks. Show me that again.
This way. Wherever my legs carry me.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabras are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Forwards. No, backwards, backwards.
Oh, I can't go back. The only reason why I picked up all the junk was because... Oh, look at that! Look. The reason why I picked up all the junk was so that I can sell it to that lady.
Trail me. What's in wait for me there, I wonder? This way.
Erebeth, the half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Eomedy's golden swords. It's clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you're a friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots an alien. Oh, is that her lover?
By the goddess, Nebi, I'd almost lost all hope. Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here is a new friend. She rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without her, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Erebeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canalvers. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Nevia out of there.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabras. This is Lon.
Most people in Canalbers think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
What is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canalbras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
Mendevian Crusaders. In 4433, Aradan defeated a cult dedicated to the demon lord Discari, making the north of Avistan safe from demonic influence. However, this protection ended with Aradan's death in 4606. The same year, the World Wound was opened by the witch Aurilu Vorlesh, working in conjunction with the demonic patron, Discari. Demons poured out and overran the barbarian nation of Sakors. The World Wound was not large at first, but soon it abruptly expanded. As it kept growing, it came to be seen as a threat to the entire world. The remaining clerics of Aradan and the clerics of his follower Eomedy took it upon themselves to defeat the demons and seal the World Wound. Answering the call, thousands of pilgrim crusaders flooded up the river road and into Mendev, the nearing neighborhood kingdom of former Sakors. Thus the Mendevian Crusaders were born.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it important? So important.
The Wardstones are a gift of Eomedy, created personally by her Herald, a mighty angel and a general of the celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
Herald. A herald is a deity's favorite servant who acts as a messenger and emissary throughout the plane. While not necessarily the most powerful of deity's servants, heralds embody fundamental elements of a god's faiths and philosophies, and thus prove particularly suited to interactions with mortal worshippers. Eomedy's herald, the hand of the Inheritor, is a warrior angel, always ready to answer Eomedy's call whenever she must directly intervene on Galorian. With his angelic speed and might, he leads the charge when the Inheritor's celestial armies must go to war. A veteran of the countless sorties into the abyss, the hand fights with a song of battle on his lips and an unbreakable courage in his heart. When he is not needed on Galorian, he escorts noble souls through the astral plane to the Parasmos court, patrols the borders of Eomedy's realm in search of abominations from the abyss, duels devils on neutral ground to better learn their tactics, and watches over youths his patron has marked for greatness. What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Eomedy abandons us, we will fight for Canopus.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
How did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their Lord Discari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost, yet. Discari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide!
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Let's not waste any time to battle.
That's the spirit. You, take an avian to the rear. The rest of you with me. Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canopus can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Eomedy! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Wherever my legs carry me.